Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Closing out the readings from the second half of May. I know I'm kind of pushing into June here. Just had to take a couple days in May. So we are pulling from the Ancient Stones Oracle. And we'll see what's coming through. June is going to be a nice kind of calm month. I'll be doing the June 2025 Love Tarot Monthly Energy Update. I'm thinking it'll be tomorrow the 5th, so stay tuned for that. And that's where I go through the month week by week. First week of June was kind of calm, so we'll account for it. But yeah, that'll probably go up tomorrow. So let's see what message is coming through today. Pave your own way. Leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. I like to kind of zoom in. Pave your own way, forge, don't follow. Yeah. So the energies here are encouraging you to kind of move forward on your own, forge your own path forward. In this case, since I read for relationships, that might be you taking that, front car position, leading in this case. We'll see if any of that energy kind of comes through. What kind of cards are more leadership oriented when you do tarot readings for yourself? Queen of Wands, Emperor. And yes, you can be feminine energy and still come through with the Emperor if you're jumping in the driver's seat and forging the path forward. So, those kind of energies. Even the Knight of Wands sometimes, right? Kind of has the unbridled passion and really sort of takes the lead. Yeah. Here we go. I'm pulling this split soulmate spread. Keep in mind, there's the Chariot. That's kind of another energy of... making progress, moving forward. It's a victory card, a triumph card, and yeah, good card to open up with. There may be some progress here that we're finally going to see a breakthrough of some sort. When I do this spread, I often set the intention that this side is for the sign I'm reading about, which in this case is Scorpio, but it can certainly be the cross watcher. So just take it as it speaks to you. It's a general reading, so you kind of have to do that anyway. Your person coming through with the Page of Wands energy. So maybe they're a little bit more tentative, maybe a little less evolved than you are. They're challenged, yes, with the Fool. So this person may be a little bit, more risk averse or a little more hesitant about just taking a leap, and their opportunity is there's some information or some what do I want to say about something that the opportunity for them with the Ace of Swords that will help mitigate this challenge is to kind of see things clearly, something that they're missing. Okay, something that they're missing because they're kind of at a more surface level, right? When we're operating in Page of Wands energy, we're sort of living life in the moment, and it's fun and it's passionate, and there's nothing wrong with this, but we often miss things, and therefore we kind of miss opportunities, right? We miss opportunities to kind of like, oh, this is a new adventure, or what I'm going to gain from it. We often look at, well, what could I lose? So, that Fool energy is more risk averse. But the opportunity for this person is to see what's available, that sort of insight, that epiphany, like, oh, this is a gift, right? Because that might be the truth of the situation. So for you, we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah. There's some leadership because it's a gift of inspired passion, the motivation to move things forward. Okay, I like it. What's your challenge is that, yeah, it may be a little exhausting. You're persevering and it gets tough. Always being the one that's in, that energy of, all right, well, I guess I'm going to lead us forward again. And so if you put these two cards together, though, we kind of get the Ten of Wands, which in this case feels like it could be an enormous relief, right? Like the payoff could be, I get to finally unburden myself. So that is a potential. And the opportunity for you is, instead of seeing it as, not this again, right? That challenge of, I don't know if I could keep doing this, is to sort of look at it more as, okay, well, we've got this, fresh start. It's a new path. It's something where we're just taking the first step. And so instead of looking at it like I'm at the end of my rope, the Page of Pentacles often needs to examine it like as if we're new, we're learning something, there's something to be learned. So it's like beginner's mind, okay? So it's almost an antidote to that exhaustion. And you're getting this energy from Spirit, who's handing you this Ace of Wands and saying, all right, here you go, giving you this opportunity as well with the Ace of Wands to go, go, go. And if you're feeling a little bit like, yeah, I've been going, and I'm not seeing the fruits of my labors, then this Page of Pentacles comes in to say, well, let's make it more tangible, that there's, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and what can you learn from this path that you're about to be the leader on, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to kind of pull the thread here so that you can sort of see how this storyline is unfolding, but let's jump in and get the details. All right. Chariot, Two of Pentacles, High Priestess, Queen of Swords. So I feel like this Two of Pentacles is coming from this person who might be a little reluctant and therefore is kind of on the fence, right? They don't have the experience that you have. And, and there's something that's not spoken here between the two of you. The High Priestess can be about intuition, but it can also be, she doesn't talk, she doesn't speak. So, sometimes there's something that's not being said, and there may be some unanswered questions that need to kind of rise to the surface. And I feel like maybe that is what this Page of Pentacles is about, because pages are messengers. It's almost as if this person is unsettled about something and it's not being said. And that may be the truth of the situation. So I'm kind of seeing a need to operate from that Queen of Swords energy. Like, let's get at the truth of the situation, because it's lurking there behind the scenes. There's something here that isn't being spoken to, and it's causing like this, like you're not quite gelling, like you're not, and maybe that's the reason why this is challenging for you and exhausting at the same time, is because you're right there on the threshold of breaking through something and making big progress and having this land in the win column in a huge way, but you've got this person kind of, you're juggling it because they're up one day, down the next, undecided or torn or waffling or whatever, and it isn't sort of presenting itself clearly. It isn't being spoken to directly, and it needs to be. Okay? So that's the overall energy. Let's see the Page of Wands to the Fool. King of Pentacles, Death card, Chariot. This person knows that a lot would need to change about them, right? To have them sort of rise up and mature from that Page of Pentacles energy where everything's kind of light, fun, flirty, surface level, in the moment, getting their needs met, on the fly, nothing's real serious, to a King of Pentacles. If they are a shapeshift, which is what it feels like, a lot has to change, right? They have to leave a lot of those less serious aspects behind. And they have some growing to do, and some transformation needs to take place so that this progress can be made. Now do you see why they're a little reticent to kind of take that leap? Why it's a challenge? Because a lot of change would have to take place. A lot of things would, in their behavior or in their patterns, would need to be left on the cutting room floor. And they know it. It's from the top of the deck. They're aware. And they might just, I don't think it's that this person isn't capable. I think it's a choice. I do not think this person for lack of a better phrase, isn't man enough. Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's a choice. And, you know, when you see the Fool takes that leap or says, this is too big a risk. I'm not willing to take it. And isn't ready for that new chapter for whatever reason. And I'm feeling like this person knows deep down, this for you is about, I'm ready to move forward. Right? And forward and progress, and the Chariot is about victory and triumph and expansion, like something bigger happening, right? We've got something that we're moving toward. And they're aware. They're aware. And this is why, I don't know. And yet they haven't said it. They haven't communicated it. But it's happening right here. So now we have the Fool to the Ace of Swords, with the Ace of Swords being the opportunity. Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords again. So, right, in order to take this leap, they need to be on the same page as you, to be cooperative, to be co-creative. And that's where we get hung up, because the Two of Swords isn't just about them needing to go within to get the clarity around making this important decision. It's also a crossroads moment, right? And in their unconscious awareness, we have the Ace of Swords. So Spirit is kind of trying to give them some insight, trying to offer them this clarity, this, let me show you the truth, the reality. But maybe they're just not quite grokking the whole situation, that it's not just about your decision, it's about you're at a crossroads. And so tick-tock, right? Sometimes we think, well, you know, it's up to me and I'll make the decision when I make the decision. And other times it's like, no, you're perilously close to losing everything. So I see this now as it's not something that can be buried. I want to pull an extra card for this Ace of Swords, just so I have a better understanding too. They could lose everything, right? Because the Four of Cups can be a lot of things. One of the things it can be is a missed opportunity, right? And then they'll be miserable without you because there's the Ace of Cups being handed by Spirit to this person, and they're looking at the Three Cups and they're like, oh, Three of Cups, that social life, oh, where is it? What's going on? Missing the opportunity of the love of a lifetime being offered to them. And then what happens? You didn't see it. You didn't see the truth of this situation, the insight that was being handed to you, the clarity that was on offer to you. So you could make this decision when you were at the crossroads. So I do feel like this person, while the Ace of Swords is an opportunity to see things as they are and not how you want them to be, we also have a crossroads happening for this person. So let's go now to your energy. And remember, this can all be reversed. The Ace of Wands to the Nine of Wands. Ace of Wands again. Three of Cups. And the Hierophant. Woof. Yeah, because in your unconscious awareness, it is about commitment, and it is about, where this connection, this relationship is headed. And I do think you want this person to honor their obligations to you, responsibilities to you, their word to you, right? We're either in this together or we're not. And, the Three of Cups can be a reconciliation energy. It can be a lot of things, but I am feeling that you're doubly motivated right now. You're receiving this energy because Spirit knows you're struggling, right? You're so close to throwing in the towel, and Spirit's like, I'm doubling down here, right? I'm giving you as much energy and motivation and inspiration and passion, right? Didn't you get that? Leadership, courage, forge, don't follow, right? Don't follow this energy, forge the path. And yet we've got that Three of Cups. And I just have a feeling that it's the difference between, do we kind of stay in this jovial social world we're living in as, a couple that's kind of not really committed? Or am I guided by what I feel internally? And that makes me push through more, right? That gives me that fire in the belly to continue to push through more. I feel like I'm talking to a specific type of a connection where there's nothing really wrong in the relationship. It's just that you're ready for things to progress, for things to evolve, and you may be up against someone who knows what it would mean. King of Pentacles and that Hierophant are our clue. We're talking about potential life partnership, and this person knows what kind of change would be required, what they'd need to leave behind. And you know it too, and you're not talking about it. Okay? That's what I'm talking about right now. So the Nine of Wands then to the Page of Pentacles as your opportunity. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, see? And the Six of Swords. Okay, so there's some reward here. There's some reward for approaching the challenge, which can be exhaustion. This can be like pushing you right till your back is against the ropes. And then the offset for that is to kind of see this as almost like, let me explain. It's like you're moving up into a new higher timeline. And when you do that, you reset to this level because it's new and because you have things to learn. And when you frame it in that way, it's like a little paradigm shift. You kind of have to say, okay, so I'm being given this Ace of Wands. Spirit's even doubling down a bit here. So that's my motivation. That's my inspiration. And I kind of can feel like I'm getting the 10 of Wands, which is unburdening myself, offloading the heavy burden. All right. It should be a release and it should come with some relief. And then the opportunity is now I'm in a higher timeline, still have my same goals, but now it has a different flavor and there's a reset. And I'm learning something new in this timeline. And I'm a leader now, even though I'm new in this timeline. I'm learning something so that I can move this connection forward. This person is still coming up against their old ways and knowing that they have to change. But you have to be able to almost demonstrate what that looks like, if that makes sense. You're ahead of this person on the timeline trajectory. And a lot of people don't understand, well, then are we still, of course you're still connected, but you have to be able to see yourself learning as you go. I like to say about the Page of Pentacles, sometimes you're learning to fly you're learning to fly the plane as you're building it midair. And it can be a little unnerving. Here's the payoff. This person loves you deeply. Doesn't always have the best way of expressing it, but the love is there. This card is Scorpio energy. Whether they're a Scorpio or not, doesn't matter. I'm doing a Scorpio reading, so we like to see that King of Cups show up. 10 of Pentacles. Life partnership, building a life with someone, the abundance that comes with that in all aspects of life. It's long term, right? That's where we're headed. 6 of Swords. Moving past all the turbulence to calmer waters. That's the peace you will feel, the peace of mind that you will get if you are able to understand, well, this is not about exhaustion. This is about shifting gears into a new timeline and looking at it with wonder and learning as I go and grow. Because I'm now leading in a new direction. Okay? So that's how I see it on this side, that there is a payoff for this. There is a payoff for not throwing in the towel, for not, yielding and not staying stuck in the energies of this person. To say, no, I'm forging, not following. I love that message. Forge, don't follow. So that's what I see so far for this side. And I'm going to give you the astrology in a minute. And for the extended, what I'm doing is I'm continuing the spread. I'll just push everything up, continue with the cards. And now that I've sort of read you separately, I'm pulling you together as a couple. And I'm going to look at strength, challenge, opportunity. All right. So how does the relationship work? Okay. I'll get a message to you from this person. What do they want you to know? What are they trying to say to you? I'll get an energy that they are picking up from you at 5D, so that you sort of know what energies they're tapping into from you. I'll get a card from Spirit with some advice for you that can come through as just general guidance. Advice can be a red flag, something for you to be on the lookout for. I will get a hidden energy from this person, something they might rather you not know, but could be very helpful for you to know. And then in the outcome position, I more look at that as if nothing were to change and things just keep going on as they are, how might things unfold going forward? So that if you don't like that, you know what you need to do to change the energies, okay? So the links for that are below, and as always, I have 3 options. Links 1 and 3 are memberships, and as such, there's a membership platform. As with any membership, you got to go to moments.com. Like for mine, I use that platform, and that's where the memberships live. And they do auto renew every month, just so you know that up front. So read the little teeny tiny bit that I typed up before you buy. The option number 2 is just this extended and nothing more. The other 2, you get other goodies with that. So be sure you know what you're grabbing, okay? And if you enjoyed the reading or my style or the way I explain things or my humor or whatever, and you haven't yet done so, please do subscribe below. That is my big ask so that I can stay on this platform and continue to grow the channel. I've been here almost 6 years, so I'd like to continue to grow. I should be way more subscribers than I have right now. I hear that all the time from all of y'all, and we don't know what's going on, but let's keep trying to plug away, okay? Many thanks. Here is your astrology. The Chariot came out twice. That is Cancerian energy. We're in Gemini right now, but end of the month we'll be moving into Cancer season. We have the High Priestess. That is the Moon. And the Moon rules what sign? Cancer, so it's more Cancerian energy. We have the Queen of Swords is Libra. The Page of Wands, all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the King of Pentacles is Taurus. Scorpio in the Death card. We have the Fool is the planet Uranus, which rules Aquarius. We have the Hierophant is more Taurus. King of Cups is more Scorpio. And our Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And your lovely, I think, perfect oracle. Pave your own way. Leadership, courage. Forge, don't follow. Yeah, forge that path for the 2 of you, because I feel like you're jumping a timeline. And while this person may be a little unsure right now, they are rapidly reaching a crossroads. And they're being shown very clearly that they could miss a huge opportunity. Okay? So that's what I have. I'm headed to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.